Right, we have Emmanuel Kotin, Programs Manager of the Africa Center for Security and Counterterrorism, joining us via Skype now. Let's get to Emmanuel. And good evening, sir. We're grateful that you could join us.
Good evening, my brother, and good evening to your cherished viewers as well.
Interesting. This is coming at a time we have about 35 days or so to elections. As an analyst sitting back, would you say that the whole country should be worried about this?
To be very honest, from my own perspective, I think that Ghanaians should not be worried about incidents of this nature because the information that we are gathering, there are more questions than answers. And if you look at it from different perspectives, the pieces don't add up. So I will want to use your platform to allay the fears of Ghanaians that there's nothing we should be worried about by the Kumasi incident. If you compare it to other jurisdictions where terrorists really carry out acts, it's too simplistic if you look at the Kumasi incident, a homemade bomb, and then they'll throw the bomb in front of a security official and speed away with a motorbike. To what effect? So to me, I don't want to sound arrogant. It's a hoax. It's a complete hoax. And I want to use this opportunity to advise our security services. You see, already we have elections at the corner, and the country is already charged. Incidents of this nature don't help anybody. Why am I asking this? The police owe the citizens of this country a duty to have given us information and updates as the incident unfolded. But unfortunately, the regional minister all of a sudden became the PRO of the police service. And if you look at the statements that were coming out, they don't add up. At one instance, he alleges that there were two men on a motorbike who came to ask for somebody, and before the security official could say Jack, they threw the bombs and sped away with the motorbike. Let's ask ourselves these pertinent questions. To what effect were they throwing the bombs away? You think that someone who wants to perpetrate an act and achieve its desired effect will invest money into making a homemade bomb and will not have the tact to place it under the blind eye of the target, but will come and drop the bomb in front of the target. It's uncalled for. And another thing that beats my imagination is that, was the supposed policeman on duty armed or not? If, as it were, he was armed, it was his responsibility by his training to have even discharged his arm to whatever effect. You understand? So to me, Ghanaians should not worry. I will come to
worry. But for those who are reading political meanings into this, would you say it's out of place to read political meanings also?
Look, my brother, we are in this country where we allow politicians to use us to their own whims and caprices. And after that, they dump us as rags. The use of this country, we are the majority, and the future of this country lies in our hands. We should be circumspect in our actions and what we allow our politicians to use us for. You see, the regional minister even intimated that for now they are not looking at the political dimension of it. What was the rationale for it? Why are the police service, who owes we the citizens of this country a duty, not coming out to tell us what they are finding out? You know, when you create situations like that, there will be all sorts of misinformation and it rather exacerbates and creates tensions in the country. So to me, those people who want to make political capital out of this will not wash, because Ghanaians are descending more. Ghanaians are descending now more than ever. Because, my brother, let's pick the issues one by one. What will be the rationale of someone targeting the deputy regional minister? Mostly, terrorism has ideological undercurrent or underlines. Okay, if someone wants to take the life of the deputy northern regional minister, the best thing the person can do is to invest in homemade bombs and go and throw it at the gate of the regional minister or the deputy regional minister, and the police public relations department are not giving Ghanaians updates. They are not giving us what they have found. And it is rather the regional minister who have assumed the role of the duties of the public relations officer of the Ghana Police Service. And we should be asking ourselves, why is it happening in Ashanti region and not any other place?
Mr. Kotin,
why?
Mr. Kotin, so ahead of the elections, the president is expected to meet security chiefs. I know on the back of these happenings, homemade bombs being discovered and all of that, and the other security concerns across the country, what are your expectations?
Thank you so much. My expectation is that Ashanti region, by its strategic location, has been a hub for other security concerns. You understand? But for Ghana, as we sit down today, for people or group of persons to nest any ambition of making homemade bombs to target a particular individual or group of individuals, it means that we should be concerned if those facts are true. But on the face value of the evidence we have, the Kumasi incident don't pass any of those
security
rules.
Right.
Moving forward, if you look at Ashanti region per se, we can look at the other dynamics. As far as arms and even drugs are concerned, we just conducted a recent research where we've realized that Kumasi has become, or Ashanti region has become, the transit point where all these activities take place.
Right.
And traffickers or those armed smugglers are using other methods by using these tomato cars or trucks and other things. But look at the Kumasi incident. If it is true that a group of persons or a person can acquire materials and develop a homemade bomb for whatever purpose, it means that our security agencies, and to be specific, our intelligence agencies are not on top of the issues.
Mr. Emmanuel Kotin, we're grateful for your time. Thanks very much. You made your point very clearly, and we're extremely grateful. Emmanuel Kotin joined us by Skype. This is still News at 10.